Well, hey air gunners, this is Zach from the Shooter Zone, and today we have the Gamo Shadow Tactical for you in .177. The ratings on this for velocity with Alloy Pellets is 1,300 feet per second, with the H&N Barracuda match 10.65. We've been getting roughly 760, 770 feet per second pretty consistently, which isn't too bad. A little bit about the gun. It has the IGT inert gas technology, which is a gas piston system. It also has a fluted polymer jacketed rifled steel barrel with the Whisper Maxim technology to keep it quiet. Also has a two-stage trigger, which works pretty well on this. And it also comes with a Gamo 3x9x40 scope. And it's pretty clear, so no complaints there. Finger adjustable, which I like, this way you don't have to bring a screwdriver with you. We're going to shoot a little bit here. Got the targets out at about 32 yards, and we're going to run a few rounds through it and see what happens here. It's been fairly consistent of my shooting here today and yesterday, so again, we'll just have to see how it does. It is a little bit windy today, but it should do pretty well. So let's do that. Cocking it isn't too bad. I for sure had worse. Let's get set up here and put some rounds through it. Alright. And we do have a slight wind today, so that'll affect it a little bit. But we'll see what we can put on paper here. That was a nice one. Just grazing the bullseye. I'm using those little tiny 10-meter targets, if you know what those are. I didn't mention, it does come with a bipod, which is really nice. Fits right on, clamps on there. But bipods, you know, sometimes they come in handy for certain things, and other things not so much. So, no big deal if we have it on or not. See if we can get round two just as good. That one's at about 1 o'clock. And it is a little bit windy, and 177s like to float a little bit. That one's at 3 o'clock. Oops. Again, we're using pretty small target out there, but still, we should get some good accuracy out of this, and I don't necessarily think it's all that bad right at the moment. Let's put a few more rounds through it, and we'll see what we got. I did also use some Crossman's Dome 10.5 grain. These worked a little bit better. 2 more through it. We may, I do have also some light Crossman domed here as well. I think they're 7.9 grain. We may try to put a few of those through just to see what the lighter ones do. Again, they'll probably do worse, being that it's a windy day. Wind is coming straight at me right now, but it does shift around a little bit. Again, the expectation on an affordable brake barrel isn't as high as a PCP, even an affordable PCP, but it's got to hold its own. Alright, let's switch. We're going to put some light Crossman domes through this, hollow point domes, just to see where it goes. That last shot, just so you know, broke 800 feet per second on the H&N 10.65s, 812 feet per second, but that's not typically where it's at. And usually we're sitting somewhere around 770 feet per second, probably on an average, maybe a little bit more than that. This gun has only had probably, I don't know, 60 rounds through it, so I wouldn't say it's broken in by any means. Okay, that one shot high right, which is expected. That was 900 feet per second with the light pellets. And again, it's going to definitely hit higher with lighter pellets because the velocity is going up. Again, 1,300 feet per second with alloys. I don't know too many people who shoot with alloys. You know, there are some out there, but not necessarily a whole bunch. But 900 feet with 7.9s, that's cooking. That's doing pretty good. That one was almost right on it. And again, we're at about 32 yards here, so we're not shooting all that close. Shoot a couple more. Again, it's grouping pretty good. They're not pellet on pellet or hole in hole, but you know, again, it's a windy day. It is what it is. That one was a little closer to the center, but still, again, not as tight as the H&Ns. All right, so there's I think 5 shots through that. So I'm going to go out there and get the targets for you so we can take a look at them. That last shot was 903 feet per second. Again, 900 feet per second, the light grain pellet. Some would say that's a little bit too fast. I would just say it depends on the rifle, depends on the conditions. But you know, with this type of power, we're probably better off shooting a little bit heavier, that's for sure. But give me a second here. I'm going to go get those targets, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. So let me show you these two targets. First of all, that's the H&N. Hopefully you can see that. Again, these targets are pretty tiny, especially for 30 yards, but I think that's pretty darn good for a windy day. No complaints about that. I'm not necessarily as still as I used to be, but that's a nice group. And I'm sure the more it breaks in and the more I shoot it, the tighter that will be. Crossman Dome lights, not too bad either. Again, it's going to shoot a little bit higher, and point of impact is all going to be a little bit different, as it is with every pellet, but not a bad group. Again, light pellet, windy day. I'm not going to complain about that. I think that one that's a little bit closer, again, that was probably just me. I think that group would have been a little bit tighter, but pretty good. Overall, again, I like it. You know, I love my PCPs, but sometimes it's just easier getting the brake barrel out and loading it up and putting some rounds through it. I'm going to enjoy spending a little bit more time with this. It's a cool little rifle. Again, with Bipod comes with it. Scope comes with it. Adjustable cheek piece, which is pretty cool too. Trigger is nice. No complaints there. Again, you can feel that this thing's putting out some power when you shoot it. But it's pretty quiet with the whisper system on there. And I think it's a good rifle. Again, you can go to the Gamo site. These actually are on sale right now, and I think you'll be happy with it. Again, I'm going to enjoy shooting it a little bit more, putting some more rounds through it, and seeing how tight I can get. But I think it's a good gun, and you should have no problem getting it. I think you'll be happy with it. So that's it for this Gamo today. This is the first Gamo I've actually had. And they're coming out with a new PCP. It's called the Arrow, and it's very, very affordable. I don't think there's too many PCPs out there in this price range that it's coming out at, and it's a pretty cool little PCP. And I think it's coming out in June, so look for that. Again, I'm going to try to get my hands on one, and hopefully I do, and get back to you with that. All right, well, that's it for this one. Appreciate you being here, and check back. Again, make sure you like the page. We're going to have some other rifles. I have one more to do today, and I got a couple more that I need to do a second video on. So I will get to that. You have a great day, and check back soon. Take care now.